All right, it's Christmas Eve. You're stressed out. You've been snapping at people. Wait a second. That is not how we want Christmas Eve to go, is it? So, being productive during the holidays, there's a lot that we can do to help ourselves so that things don't go wrong and we don't end up stressed out, snapping at people, having a bad time. Because really, it's supposed to be fun, at least to some degree. You're going to be around family, maybe friends, and you want to enjoy it and make it enjoyable for yourself, but for others, right? And I think that there's a lot we can do. And part of this is reminding myself of the things I can do to plan ahead and to make things as good as they can be. So, whether you're going to be traveling, you're going to be taking a vacation, there's a lot to think about. And taking the time now can really make this a lot better. So, let's get into it. First of all, be kind to yourself and plan ahead. That's what a lot of this is. You're watching this now, you've got time to think, hey, things are coming up. Maybe I need to plan ahead and at least consider these things, if not actually put some plans into action. So, I'm going to give you some main areas that you should consider and some ideas of what you might want to look at. So, first of all, what can you reduce or get rid of? Okay, so looking at your task list, your project list, whatever it is, a big one that comes up is meetings. So, depending on if you're running your own business, if you're an employee at a business, you'll have more or less flexibility with this. But I think most people are open to the idea of rescheduling, getting things done ahead of time. But again, if you're in charge of this, a lot of times you can push this stuff out, squash it down into maybe an asynchronous meeting. Do what you can to reduce or get rid of things that are not critical. Okay. Now, what can you do to help yourself when you do have to get something done? Let's say, you're visiting family, you're staying with family, and something comes up. You do have to get it done, or you just have to be working while you're on this part of the holiday or whatever it is. Well, first of all, let those around you know what you need to do and what you need, right? They can't read minds. A lot of times, we get caught up in our own emotions and we're stressed and we're thinking about this thing we have to do. And when we haven't communicated it to the people around us and they've got their own things going on. So if you can, let them know, and it's up to them how they respond. That doesn't guarantee that they're going to be great and awesome about it, but at least now you have communicated, hey, something came up, or, today I've got to work, 3 or 4 hours. I need to put this in. I'm going to go over here and do something. And they're at least aware of it instead of just, not having any idea what you're doing and thinking you're ignoring them or something like that. All right. Also, bring some headphones if you can to reduce noise and distractions. A lot of times, if you're working on a laptop and maybe you're in a guest bedroom or you're on the couch or something like that, at least you can reduce the noise, distractions, do something. And if you can put yourself in a room, maybe you could go to a public library, just make that environment as good as you can while you're on the road, or maybe you're not at home. Or if you are at home, you can go into a room, maybe shut the door and work from there. Okay. So, what can you get done ahead of time so that it's off your plate until after New Year's or whenever you come back? All right. So, that is a big one, and part of it is thinking through this. Again, looking through your task list, looking through recurring responsibilities. And an idea like that just came to mind was like a video like this. I will not be recording a video on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. I'm going to do some of this ahead of time. Maybe you have payments that need to be made, and perhaps that could be done ahead of time or automated. Some sort of reporting, right? Or whatever it is that you have to do that you can get done ahead of time, maybe starting just adding an extra task a week and just getting a little bit ahead so that, hey, you can take those weeks off or a week off or whatever it is and not have to worry, but things still get done. And then also, I would encourage you to reschedule or kind of remove meetings and things for right after coming back. This is really a good tip for any sort of travel, but especially on the holidays. If you have that first day back, there's going to be stuff you have to catch up on. Nobody's perfect. We all are going to have something overdue, something that came up. And that's totally fine. But if you can, make it easy on yourself so that that first day back at work of, in the office or whatever it is, you're not swamped with meetings. You're able to give yourself some time, maybe a half day if you can, or if not, just, lower the meeting load and give yourself some time to get caught up, get back in the swing of things. And last but not least, remind yourself that you're going to have to deal with stress, whether it's your family that's stressing you out, whether it's people driving on the road, dealing with the airport, and whatever it is. just have a plan and think through this. How do I want to respond to this situation when I'm feeling stressed out? And reminding yourself that if I'm stressed out, other people are probably stressed out, and odds are somebody's having a pretty bad day, and we're all going to see some crazy stuff. But reminding yourself, hey, how do I deal with this? Am I going to lose it? Am I going to just take a deep breath, walk away, whatever it is that works for you? Just remind yourself that, hey, there might be some stuff you're going to have to deal with. That's it. Have a plan, move on. So I think if you do this, and I know for myself, I need to think through this, do a little bit of planning so I can reschedule, get things done ahead of time so that I can really enjoy that time. Get out there, see family, see friends, and not be worried about, oh my gosh, how am I going to get this report done, or how am I going to reschedule things? Get that done ahead of time. Do yourself and everyone else a favor. And with that, hope that you have great holidays this year. And if you have any questions, comments, or ideas of your own to make holiday stress a little bit more manageable by planning ahead, leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.